professional butt kicker. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Happy MLK Day to everyone. I hope that you are taking a moment to reflect and think about what actions you can take on a day to day basis to make for a world where we can expect and experience equality, every one of us, right? There are actions we all can take. And so, whether you're taking this as a day on, a day off, whether you're participating in community service, I want to remind you that MLK is not just a day, right? We can embody his teachings, we can embody his vision for the world every single day. So welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. I'm so excited to just give you some goodness, give you something to be excited about. Hold on, let me turn this to a thumbs up. Let me turn that to a thumbs up. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I I just realized, and I knew it was coming, but this week marks our sixth anniversary. This is our sixth anniversary. So I am so excited and grateful that I get to spend this time with you, but more importantly, that we've been able to build something that has had a positive impact on people, um, that I hope outlives me and I hope inspires other people to do more with their gifts and their talents, to not settle for the norm, to take that leap of faith. Even when you don't see the next step, you trust that the next step will be revealed. And so I'm excited to celebrate our sixth anniversary. I want to thank my family, that's been incredibly supportive, that shows up for me, that always has a kind word and is excited, and really, when I didn't think I had it, my mama said I did. My sisters always cheerlead for me, and I just want to thank my family. I want to thank my team, who have, you know, actively participated in making my dream a reality, who show up without question, who uh, continuously celebrate the wins and navigate the unknown with me, who lock arms with me to make this a reality, to serve our clients at the highest level. And so I want to thank my team. I want to thank my family. And of course, I want to thank my clients. And it's been incredible to watch your growth over the years, and incredible for those very first clients to still be a part of my life. Here we are years later, and to see what everyone has accomplished and is the goals that you've been able to crush, the realities that you're living in now. Our current clients, I'm so proud of each one of you. I know that with time, you too will be celebrating, ringing bells, being really excited. So it's been amazing to just take a moment and celebrate that milestone of 6 years. And I will say that every year gets sweeter. There are some years you learn a lot. And I've definitely seen an incredible shift in my mindset as far as what's possible with this business, but also what is possible, um, in life. It goes beyond just the business. It's, in life as well. So I am so grateful that I get this opportunity to really, share this experience with you all, and really, I'm so glad that all the twists and turns have brought us to this moment in time. So thank you all. Happy sixth anniversary, Success Bully team. Happy sixth anniversary, Success Bully clients. Happy sixth anniversary to my friends and family who have supported me through this journey. I also said, I would like to share with you all that I had a personal goal that this year I was kind of shifting my focus a little bit, that I only wanted to take on 10 new clients to work with one on one. And we're going to focus more of our energy on kind of rewriting and scaling our group coaching and that sort of thing. So I only had 10 slots, and I am excited to say I only have 4 slots left on my one-on-one roster, and it's the 16th of January. So my one-on-one clients are signing up to work with me for the year, and we're really focusing in on closing that gap between 6 and 7-figure businesses. That sounds like you. Feel free to reach out. I work with coaches and consultants. So if that sounds like you, just know you better make a move soon because mama's on a roll. So now I want to speak a little power to you. I want to speak a little power. I want to pour into you right now. And I want to encourage you to let your imagination run wild for a moment. Let your imagination run wild for a moment. And I want you to imagine that you have an onslaught of new clients. The floodgates have opened. The floodgates are open. I'm claiming the victory. The victory is yours. You have more clients than you know what to do with. You know, you found your lightning in a bottle, you found your groove, and now you have more clients than you expected. I am predicting that for everybody that's watching this right now. You're gonna have more clients than you know what to do with. You're going to have so much interest, there's not enough space on your calendar. Work with me here. That's happening. Let's claim it. Let's accept it. You are going to have more clients than you know what to do with, right? They're going to come through the door. Everybody that you talk to says yes, or they say yes sooner than you expect them to say yes. So now what happens? What happens when you have an increased demand? Because like let's claim the victory. You have an increased demand for your services. You have an increased demand for for your coaching, for your consulting, for the work that you bring to the world. You have an increased demand. The floodgates have opened. It's just imagine it. Just imagine looking at your calendar and you're filled with client meetings, clients coaching sessions. You're at capacity when it comes to those sales calls. You're at capacity. Let's just what are you gonna do? Have you already figured out what you're gonna do? So I'm asking you to lean into this for a good reason. I operate in the space of stay ready so you ain't gotta get ready. Now this is gonna happen for you. And if there's anybody that believes it's gonna happen for you, it's me, right? I know it's gonna happen for you. It's happened for me. It can happen. So here are the things I want you to consider um, before you are pulling your hair out because you're so busy, or before you don't have room to expand, before you actually cripple your growth because you're not ready to grow. Does that make sense? I don't want you to cripple your growth because you don't have the infrastructure that allows you to scale. All right. So I want you to kind of consider these things before you are at the point where you're drowning. Don't wait till you're drowning in work and you don't see an end in sight. Don't wait until you're drowning to do something about these things. Don't wait until you have no extra moments in your schedule to try to figure out how to put systems, processes in place, right? When my rule of thumb is the first person you get on your team is a virtual assistant. And even if your VA helps you 3 hours a week, I think some of them might have a minimum. Even if you have the minimum support from a virtual assistant, get it as soon as possible. Again, do not wait until you're drowning. Because when you're drowning, you don't even have the time to train additional support. So don't wait until you're drowning to do something about it, right? So when things start getting, when you got some clients, right? You got some revenue coming in, invest in a virtual assistant, right? Get that support staff to help you manage the workload. Because even just offloading some of the behind the scenes, some of the admin, I know I keep Lucille busy just from managing our group coaching. Just for, there's so much admin that happens behind the scenes that most people don't even realize how much admin it requires, right? So if you could get some of that behind the scenes stuff off of your plate, if you can, begin learning how to delegate. Learning how to delegate. If you can start that, even delegating 3 hours worth of work is time well spent. A good VA, a good virtual assistant will always pay for themselves. Always pay for themselves, right? And then you can start thinking about, well, maybe you don't have to do all the coaching. Maybe you don't have to do all the coaching. Maybe you can get a part-time coach to kind of help you with some of these things. So there's the support staff. You could have additional coaches, or maybe it's time to get some people to help you with the sales and marketing pieces, right? But don't wait. Don't wait until you are at your break point to start doing these things, right? Because now you don't have time to onboard someone, to give them the tools to be successful, and you're spinning your wheels even more, because now you have this person that's expecting some work from you and you don't know how to manage them. So don't wait until you are so burnt out and um so at your wit's end that you start looking for somebody to support you, or you start looking for another coach, or you start looking for salespeople, or you don't wait until you're at capacity, because what will help you get over that hump, that growth hump, a lot faster is having some extra hands, right? And so what will help you is really leaning into the fact that um, that you need support. And I want to acknowledge this. I want to acknowledge this. I surround myself with hyperachievers. I surround myself with hyperachievers, overachievers. I surround myself with them. Every one of my clients is a hyperachiever. And I venture to say, if you're in this community, if you're watching this wherever you are, you too are a hyperachiever. Right? And that has served you well to get you to this point. But here's the thing. I want you to fight that urge to be an overachiever, because that can hinder your growth. That can hinder your ability to scale your business. So fight that urge to do everything yourself, ask for help, and receive it. And start building a team and system around you so that you can grow. Because you cannot be all things to all people. You cannot serve at the highest level if you are tired. You're not going to do your best work. There are going to be things that you drop the ball on because you're trying to do it all. Plus, you have a life, right? You have a family. You have friends. You may even be working right now, working a corporate job and doing this. So fight that tendency to be a hyperachiever. Fight it. Fight it, y'all. Fight it. Learn to delegate. Learn to delegate. And be okay with leaving the baby with the babysitter. Be okay with that. Okay, I'm going to get off that high horse. Second thing I want you to really consider, before, again, start thinking about this before you're drowning. Don't wait till you're drowning. And don't wait till you're drowning. Systems and processes. Make sure that you have a system to onboard clients. You have a system to track their progress. You have a system to offboard those clients. You have a standardized way and rules of engagement that every client experiences when they work with you, right? You have systems for how you do your billing. You have systems for how you do your books. You have processes for how you do social media. You have a process in how you send out the newsletter. That you have all of these things are documented. And wherever, sometimes it's not a person that you need in the place, you need a piece of technology. But the technology is only as good as the process, right? You have to be clear about what you want that technology to do for you in order to use it correctly, right? So there is an incredible opportunity to to streamline, to save yourself countless hours. If you're doing the same thing over and over, automate that. Have a template. If every client gets the same thing from you, it's a template, and that's an auto email that goes right on out. If everybody signs the same agreement, automate it. Automate it. If everybody got to have the same 3 things when they start working with you, automate that. Right? Save yourself some time. So if it's not a person doing it for you, maybe it's a system that picks up the slack. And when you start growing, know that, especially right now, your team is not going to stay with you 30 years. Right? Like, I work with a lot of recent graduates, and it's my job to get them ready for corporate. Give them something else on their resume, give them a good reference so that those birdies can spread their wings and fly. Right? They spread their wings and fly. Now they have some practical experience to round out their resume. They're not staying long. And so that's why systems and processes are so important, because the system will outlive whoever's in the role. Right? You can plug a new person in, or if somebody's sick, I can step in and pick that up, or Lucille can pick that up, because we have a process. We have SOPs on everything. You know where to find everything. It's standardized on the server, right? So you make it easy on yourself, you make it easy on your team, and that's where that grows. So don't wait to start documenting these things when you're drowning. Right? Don't wait until you have so many people on your client roster that you can't even breathe. The next new client you bring on, document how you bring them on. Document, okay, what's the onboarding checklist? Real simple. You can find a template for this everywhere. Google onboarding template. Right? What workbooks do they need to have? Okay, now what tool are you going to use to automate that? Or who are you going to delegate that to, so that everybody gets the same thing at the same thing the same way? All right. Now, just because you have a whole lot of clients today doesn't mean you're going to have a whole lot of clients tomorrow. So your business is always 90 days ahead of you. And what I find happens with a lot of entrepreneurs is you fight, get a bunch of clients. And then you're so busy servicing those clients, you forget to do that business development to bring in more clients. And so we don't want to get to a place where we look up and we have 0 clients. That's a tough one to be in, because then the clock starts. Again, your business is always 90 days ahead of you. And so if you haven't been consistently doing that business development, consistently doing that outreach, consistently holding those consult calls, consistently doing those things, now we start the clock on 90 days all over again. Right? And so we're planting seeds for 90 days into the future. Now, there may be some exceptions, but I'm just giving you the reality of what actually will happen, right? So we want to have a system in place we want to have a sales and marketing machine that's predictable, that's scalable. So whether that's, you set up some sales funnels and you have ads running, you have calls that are automatically booked on your calendar, you start outsourcing some of those things, whatever that is, we want to have that running in the background, or we want to dedicate part of our day every day to doing that sales follow-up, that outreach. We don't want to get to a place where we look up and we have no clients. That's not scalable. And especially, you don't want to be in that pickle when you have other people you have to pay. Right? So we don't want to be so caught up with the delivery that we forget that we actually need to find new clients. Okay? And then the last thing I want to leave you with, and then I got to skedaddle. I got stuff to do. I want you to think about the highest use of your time. Time is your non renewable resource. So, what's the highest and best use of your time? So, to be strategic with your time, with your energy. Not everything is the best use of your time. Researching a bunch of conferences to speak for you to speak at, that's not the best use of your time. Yes, it needs to be done. It's not the best use of your time. You get involved with that process. You outsource the research and somebody else doing the outreach. You get involved when it's time to sparkle them. When it's time to negotiate, then you get involved, right? Um, it's not the best use of your time to take YouTube videos and take a video, upload them to YouTube, make it unlisted, put all the details in it. That's not the best use of your time. Yes, it needs to be done, but that's not always the best use of your time. You know, um, sometimes uh, social media, even some of the engagement, the creation, you can set strategy and be the voice, but is it the best use of your time to create all of this? Is it the best use of your time? Is it the best use of your time to file everything? Is it the best use of your time to manage your books? Is it the best use of your time? What's the highest and best use of your time and your energy? And you really have to think that through. What's the best and highest use of your time? Right? Like the best use of my time is coaching the lights out. That's the best use of my time. And anything, maybe still closing. I coach and close. I'm getting closing off of my plate. Coach and close. That's the highest use of my time. Now it's gonna be just coach. What's the highest and best use of your time in your business? Stay in that zone of genius. Stay in that thing that is where your magic resides. And so when you're looking at a to-do list, and I've said this before about the 4 Ds. Do it. It's only you can handle it. Dump it, delegate it, delay it. Right? Do it, dump it, delegate it, delay it. And you could just look at your daily activities or the things that you want to accomplish. Not everything has to be done by you. Right? So, what is the best and highest use of your time? And do that. The best and highest use of your time. So, again, when we're thinking, so you've got the hands in the air, we're celebrating, you got a whole bunch of new clients, right? And now we're getting to that place where we're in demand. We are we're getting to a place where we gotta get some stuff together so that we can scale. We want to keep that growth going. So you want to think about support staff. You want to think about maybe there needs to be another coach on your team. You want to have your systems and processes in place. And if you can leverage technology to automate some things, go for it. You want to have a sales and marketing machine that's always running in the background, regardless of what you have on your plate. And of course, you want to be strategic with your time. You want to be strategic with your time. You want to make sure that you're using your time and the highest best use of your time. So once again, I am Keita Williams, and I am the founder and chief strategist of Successbility, celebrating 6 years in business. And so before I let you go, I cannot leave this call without this live stream without extending an invitation. And so if you are kind of in that space where you're like, okay, I don't have these things in place to be ready for an increase in demand. I'm not ready to scale. I want you to accept this invitation. Accept this invitation and book a strategy session with me. right? This is a complimentary strategy session. Book your call at successbully.com/call, or you can reach out to Lucille, who is our go-to in this community, and we are happy to get some time with you to help answer some questions on prioritizing, right? So like you've heard all these things that I just suggested. What's the best order to do it in? Reach out. I am happy to have that conversation with you and tell you more about what we do here at Success Bully, which is supporting coaches and consultants on scaling. So once again, I am Keita Williams, and I am the founder and chief strategist of Success Bully. Let's get after it.